We are, the morning of another day. You have to stay at a hotel if you really want to be in the limelight of the city. So, New Orleans, starting ground. So parking is somewhat convenient in New Orleans. They got these like public parking things where it's like $20 for a day. So that's not too bad. I mean, I remember being in New York City and it was $75 a day. That was Manhattan. But New Orleans, not too bad. I mean, it's like any city, there's sketchy areas. For the most part, I was just sticking to the French Quarter. Didn't really go too much further out than that. But it was fun, time to move on. And you know, the longer you stick in a city, the more it, starts to impact you. I mean, just kind of get that city kind of vibe to you, that city walk and such. Personally, I like places a little more spaced out, but hey, I can understand the city life.
So starting off from New Orleans, of course, there was the Superdome, the famous Superdome where the Saints play and Katrina disaster occurred. It's kind of right down in the real south end of the city, kind of near the ocean. You kind of wonder a lot of things about it, but whatever. When you think of Louisiana, when you think of leaving New Orleans, you think of one thing, the swamp. And that's what I did. I took Lois Road, mainly, that goes along the bottom of the country, and I just rode along it, and there was plenty of swamp. Here we have going over the bridge of the Mississippi River. It's such a big river, you really do notice it when you go over the bridge, just how wide it is. Because, so many rivers are so much smaller. And it's one of what do they call them? Like, it's one of the great rivers. You have the Nile, the Amazon, the Yangtze, and the Mississippi. I don't know where the Mississippi ranks. I know it's not the longest, and I know it doesn't move the most volume, but it's definitely the most important in North America. I thought there would be more bugs, even though I went through a lot of areas where there was a lot of swamp. I thought there would be more bugs. There wasn't too many. There were, of course, some, and they definitely pilfered the bike and my visor. So hey, I was glad not to have to deal with them. But and it still even wasn't even that hot. I mean, the humidity, of course, if you had the nice wind, it was working great. But if you had the humidity, it was going to be a bit of a problem when you stopped, and that you would just like kind of just really wanted to breathe more.
So this is Gaston or something like that. This nice little sleepy town. This is on the Cajun corridor, and you can just tell like all these people, swamps, and they're out in the middle of nowhere, and it's the southernmost like south to south you can get. And the cool thing about it is, I mean, practically nobody knows of this area. You get a lot of looks when they see the New York plate, and
keep on moving through New Orleans. Eventually, you want to cut off and check something out. I found this nature preserve that I was going to check in on. So I just decided started down it, and they started going there. And it turns out that they have been victims of plenty of rain, which would be kind of the calling card for this area up to Lake Charles. Because apparently they had gotten tons of rain, and I think they said in the previous few weeks they had gotten just lots and lots of rain.
one of those things you don't find out until you get here. I'm at the Lac-Cassagny National Wildlife Refuge, and unfortunately, as you can see, they must have had some tons of rains because like the road is like washed out. I actually walked up there. It gets to like knee deep, and the road starts to feel a little shaky. So, I guess this is off the table. So, You know, I was going to spend some time in the National Wildlife Refuge. Can't do it because of, I guess, drenching rain. That kind of like fits into what I've kind of gotten a mix of, that something happened here. They got inundated with some storms. All right, it happens.
That's it. Heading to Lake Charles on the western edge of Louisiana. A hell of a ride through the swamp.